Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog trading video. Today's video, we're doing something a little different. We're looking at indicators, okay? And these are indicators. I'll go through and I'll tell you which one, the names of each one, I'm sorry. And we'll go through them all, okay? So now this first one we got here, this is called Bitcoin Bulls and Bears, okay? Now, what this is telling us, it's very interesting, okay? This has been accurate. We had a bull market here. We've had our bull markets and we had our bear markets. So we had our peak back in 2017. Then we went to our bear market. But each time we came down and we touched this channel. Another mini bull market in 2014. Remember that? We hit 14 grand. Then we came down. We had the Corona dump here. And then we started our new bull cycle, okay, on the halving. All right. So then we came up, we peaked, and now it's saying we're in a bear market. But are we going to come down like all the other previous bull or bear markets and touch this line of support? Okay. Or are we going to, there's a little line right here. Let's see if I can just kind of draw it up. It's hard to see. I'm going to try to do the best. My hand's not that steady. But it's kind of going like this, up this way. Okay, actually it's a little higher. Like around here. But, because I drew it off. So, or can we come down here maybe to 20,000? Or are we going to go sideways for a while and then hit the bottom at 25,000? Okay, but it always shows us coming down and touching this after every bull cycle. So now it's saying we're in a bear market. Now I did test this weekly. This came with the this came with it. Okay, I didn't write any of this. All these the weekly support, the long-term support. This is all stuff that came with it. Okay, with the indicator. All right. So now that's on the weekly chart too, guys. By the way. So now we're going to check another indicator. I just thought this was interesting, right? So that's one saying that we're in a bear market. Now we're going to look at Bitcoin bull cycles. Okay. Now, if we go to the daily for this one, because there's just not enough data, right? We need more data. So you can see we started back here in 2016, hit our peak, and then fell out of this bull cycle. Okay. Well, guess what happened, guys? We started back here, 2020, we peaked. Now, we are coming out of our bull cycle, guys. All right? This is crazy. We're coming out of the bull cycle. So what are we going to do? Are we going to just trade sideways like we did here and like we did in the bear market? Or what are we going to do? So now we got two indicators telling us that this run is over. Now, do I think it's over? I have no idea. No one really knows. But I just think these indicators, they've been pretty accurate. And it's been pretty accurate. So I'm curious to see what happens. We're going to watch this closely now. All right. So that's just another one, right? So now let's go to Bitcoin long curve. Okay. Now you can see here. Now this is the only one that throws me off a little bit because you can see the green down here is the buy, okay? And then we kind of hit this mid band. But you can see if I zoom in here, okay, this probably worked better with the weekly, but this was 2017. We were in the buy zone, okay, around 1,300. Then we kind of got into the middle band. Then we broke out and got into our red band, okay? Now, 2014, we went half of it. Came back in, got into our buy zone, right? So now, this almost looks like when we hit back here in 2019. But we didn't come out of this. We stayed in it. So this time was a little different. We actually came out, but we didn't get to our upper band. Now, the upper band's in the $100,000 range, okay? The upper band's in the $100,000 range. All right? So are we going to get back into this buy zone? Which I have. Look, I have my 25,000. We have the 17 to 18,000. 18,892 is the previous high. I'm on Coinbase, so Just let you guys know. Okay, then we got our weekly up here, right? So then we got our high from, which that looks like it might be a little bit off. Probably bring that down just a smidge. Then we got our high from this move, right? That we need to break. We need to break this high to start trading back up into this range. All right. So, and we also have the death cross right here. The 50 is coming down. Okay. And the 200 is going to go sideways and move up a little bit. Then eventually, you know, depending on what Bitcoin does, it'll move. But so this one's telling us something a little different, right? This one's saying, hey, maybe it's just not done and we're going to get back up to here again. So we got these two saying that we're in a bear market and we're going to trade sideways for a while. Okay, now we're going to get rid of that. Now we're going to go to BAM market support. Now this is just kind of moving averages, so we'll just ignore that because we kind of see where they're at anyways. This bottom one is the 21. All right, so we're not going to even care about that. So let's go to the halving, right? So this is when the halving took place. Okay, and you can see here when we got to this top line on it. See, we had 652, guys, 652 on the second one. The third one is 9,321. Okay. Now, when we broke this top band is when it faded out a little bit. Well, we broke the top band here, and we kind of faded out a little bit. Okay. So I'm very curious to see how this indicator plays out, because this one is kind of like, let's wait and see. They're all wait and see, but this one's kind of interesting to me as well. Okay, because you could see when we got under this green line, we kind of had a big dip, and we had it here too. And I believe that looks like what the 200 is doing. So I believe that's the 200. That's why. So this indicator I just put up there for you just to see the halving marks. So I'm not really sure how this one plays into effect with all these little squiggly lines. But that's something that maybe if someone in the comments can figure out and let me know, that'll be awesome. So I just wanted to give you the price on the halvings and when the move started, okay? So now we're going to go to this. Okay, so we already seen all this. We've seen this, right? But look at this. This is called the new Bitcoin long curve. And the Bitcoin long curve called the tops. Okay, then we hit down in here. Then we flirted around the buy zone. Boom. We almost hit the top here. But that's what's making me think maybe there is a little bit more top. Now, I've seen other videos where people have this and it does hit the top. So I'm not sure. But I mean, maybe we didn't hit the top. So that's another thing we keep an eye on, right? But now if we add this bulls and bears, you're going to see, especially when we went to the bear market, we always rode this bottom line. Okay, so are we going to do that again? This line going to keep going? Are we going to get back into this line from this bear market? So far, every time we did. So are we going to go lower? That's what I'm saying, guys. Are we going to go lower? Based on these indicators, they're saying we're going to go lower at some point. Okay. Now, am I saying that? I have no idea. Any kind of news can come out. I have no idea. But I'm just saying, based on these indicators, they're saying we're in a bear market and we're going lower. Okay. So I thought this was an interesting video on Bitcoin. So I wanted to get that out there. You guys know the monthly chart for me didn't look good. That's why I didn't like it. When we peaked. I mean, I started this channel only 3 weeks ago because when we were higher, I was thinking, guys, we're going down. And I wanted to start this video for you guys, and I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion. Now, we're going to look at the basic Bitcoin chart now, okay? Because I want to look at the basic Bitcoin chart now just to see where we're at. But I just thought these were fun facts that you guys can do and check out and see how this plays out, okay? How these indicators play out. Now, look at this. I drew this wedge. Okay, so last night I did this wedge. All right, and I didn't make a video of it. I just did it and see how it played out because I figured most of you guys got in from the bottom. Okay, Now, like I told you guys yesterday, I only bought Bitcoin at the bottom. I didn't get into anything else. So I was looking for another bottom. So I drew this little wedge. We broke down to my point right here. This is when I started purchasing Ethereum. So I got into Ethereum. I got some Cardano. I got some Matic. I got some of the altcoins that I wanted, which worked out awesome. And then I drew this wedge today, actually just before I made this video. Okay, I drew this wedge because this has more potential to break down than the upside. And I drew these squiggly lines because I was actually talking about it, thinking I was actually doing a video while we were in this wedge, but then I realized I wasn't recording. So that's my fault. But yes, so you can see we came up, we hit we came up and we went past our previous resistance here, right? So now what happened? We got rejected. We got a wick out of this. Now this is a 60-40 pattern, so there's a 40% chance it goes to the upside. Now in very bullish markets, an Elon Musk tweet can rip this thing right up. Okay, but most of the time, this is a bearish wedge. So most of the 60% of the time they fall down. They drop at some point. Now, can we drop right here? If we touch here, yeah. Or let me redraw this. I'm going to redraw all this so you guys get an example. Okay? Because there's a couple things that can happen here. Or we can break out. Who knows? Depending on momentum, right? So we can come here. We can get rejected. We can come to this spot. Two things can happen. We could either fold or we could bounce up here, bounce here, then fold, or bounce through all this, come up, keep going in the wedge, get to our point where we were talking about our first major line of our sell point, our sell area. We can get in here. I drew this line right here because I forgot to, I didn't extend it and I should have, but we could get rejected here and get rejected, or we could keep going, come back down here, get up to this spot and then get rejected. These are possibilities, guys. Or then we can get a candle close out of the wedge, come up to this area and get rejected and fall back into the wedge. So there's a lot of scenarios here. The more likely scenario, though, is that we trade around this wedge and break down. Okay? So that's where we're at with Bitcoin. So keep that in mind, guys. But it's looking good. I'm loving it. Listen, I loaded the boats on things on the bottom. I went in bullish mode even after all these things I looked at, because I still think we can get up in this 36 range. And that could be a battle. That could be a little take profit zone depending on the momentum, the volume, and the news. So those are the factors that we play in to see if we can break out of this and move up to that $41,000, $42,000 range. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. Bitcoin's looking strong right now. I mean, shoot, we get an hour candle close out of this wedge. This wedge is kind of pointless at that point. Okay, yeah, we could go up and then fall back in it, or follow this trend line right here. But this top line would probably be worthless unless we come out and we retouch it. But either way, if we come out of it and hold it like we're doing now and get an hour candle close, or we could come up and touch this 35,106 or 35,161 area, then get rejected and fall back into the wedge and just continue in the wedge. So just keep this in mind, guys. You guys see all my points here that we're doing, and make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. It's Moondog1. Okay, I'm sorry, Moondog Trading 1. Okay, and my YouTube channel is just Moondog Trading. Please, and I'm the gunslinger on StockTwits, but please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really, really appreciate it, guys. If you guys just subscribe, hit the like button. I will be giving out gold once I get to 5,000 subs. And I have a little program that counts the likes from my subs. So, and I'm going to give it to multiple people, not just one person. Just don't think because one person's doing it that they're going to get it all and you guys get nothing. I'm going to be doing it for multiple people. So just keep that in mind. I just want to show love, spread love. That's what I'm trying to do here at this channel. I'm not putting links in the description for free stocks or anything special. I'm doing this basically for you guys because I just want everybody to prosper, because I think if everybody prospers, we all will win and we all will feel good about ourselves. And that's what it's all about in the end. So much love to you guys. I hope you guys like this video. I wanted to show you something different with some indicators that we looked at with Bitcoin. Are we in a bear market? Can this turn around? I guess we're going to find out, right, guys? Okay, so you can see our death cross. All right, so I guess we're going to find out here very shortly. All right, now I did talk about this move. All right, this was, let's see. We're going to draw this up. Before I get out of here, we're going to do something cool, right? We're going to draw this up for you guys because we talked about our big bump and run here. Okay. Let's see. This was the top, right? Yep. Okay. So we had our bump and run. Okay. Now, this is our bump and run. So if we break this, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, we will break all time. If we can get past, do something like this, maybe come up, retest, come up, get rejected here, retest, or come down a little bit, let everybody get scared. Then we come up, we retest. I'm going to tell you right now, we break this level, and we break this level, we are off to the races, guys. But I'm telling you, the bump and run is what I'm waiting for. This is the big move. People aren't talking about it. We got the 2 touch points. I showed you guys a slide in one of my videos, a bump and run slide, how it works. If not, you guys can look it up. This is the move I'm waiting for, okay? Because I think that will be the move that puts us over the edge, all right? Now, we have this going into this, okay? So now, we could have a miniature breakout to the upside, all right? Even though we are in the wedge. So we're in this wedge, but we still have a miniature breakout. So the wedge could get broken. This is one of those things where the wedge could break to the upside, okay, which we are a little bit actually. We want to see a couple candles close above it, but this wedge that we're in could break to the upside. So just keep that in mind, guys. Not 100% going bearish on you here, all right? Like I said, I'm in everything. So hopefully I'm hoping for the best, all right? I just want to give you guys every scenario so you guys understand what's going on, okay? So we got a bullish pattern and we got a bearish pattern. So let's see which one wins, all right? So much love to you guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys sub to my YouTube, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.